Hey guys, I'm Murray. I'm one of the co-founders of Centals, and today I'm going to talk you through how to use our tool, Sightwords, to transform reading for your child or students. So, first things first, it's really simple. You've got to do an assessment, and then you use our website to generate practice booklets, and then you measure progress, say, once every 6 to 12 weeks. So, um, sight words are basically words that don't necessarily follow phonetical patterns. Um, and they're high frequency words, so they appear in a lot of texts. So if your students learn these words, it can really boost their confidence, their engagement, and help them to catch up if they're behind in reading. It's really effective with students with dyslexia. I was getting students to acquire sort of 60 words a term who typically weren't really engaged in reading, didn't enjoy it. So yeah, we've got a how-to guide which you can download, and it'll walk you through the whole process of how to it'll walk you through the whole process of how to use our website. But first things first, you've got to come over to this assessment pack, and you've got to find a word list to start with. So there's 5 word lists. There's over 220 sight words, and basically what I would recommend you doing is you start at word list 1 and you put a plus if your student reads it correctly and a minus if it's incorrect, and you'll quickly gauge if they know most of sight words list 1. There's loads of pluses, like 90%, then you can probably move on to word list 2 and repeat the process. If you're finding students are not able to read most of the words, then that's a good starting point to start with that list. If I had a student who was starting on sight words list 1, I would take 6 to 12 words per week. And I'm just going to show you an example of how you can use our tool. So say I've chosen 6 words. You can generate a practice booklet here. You can generate flashcards, word wall cards, or bingo cards. These are all useful ways to drill these word patterns and support your student to identify the word by sight. So what you do is you get your first page of your booklet. By the way, you can download the booklet and print it off, but I'll just show you on here what it looks like. So it's all in Comic Sans font 16 to support dyslexic students. And the words you enter in appear on the first page. So when you're delivering a session with a student, an intervention, you would read through these words with them and then set them off to do some independent work. So you've got tracing, you've got filling in missing letters, using the words in sentences, finding the words in word searches, and then the final bit, which you do each day of the week, is the probe sheet. So you see how many of the words they can read correctly. And what you'll see is that the score should increase by the day. And yeah, it really helps the students' confidence seeing that score improve too. But yeah, it's not just about the practice booklets. So you can also generate bingo cards, word wall cards, and flashcards, like I said earlier. And then what you would do is at the end of a term, you would go back to the assessment and do it again and see the improvement, see how many words that they previously couldn't read that they can now read.